Okay, I am at the spot formerly known as The Spot. And you know what's a real shame? They have completely stripped this place out. There is nothing left here to ride anymore. This place used to be awesome. There's like cable reels, blocks, all kinds of stuff, and now just flatness. The one thing they do have though are the concrete barriers which they've put all around the outside. Now they did have pretty wide ones over there before, but they've now changed them to the Jersey style barriers, which are a lot harder to ride. So yeah, they've made this place worse, but a little bit challenging at the same time. I'm going to have a little play on some of these in a second, but firstly, it's good to be back again on the trials bike, and I know you guys have been wanting more trials riding. I have a backlog of mountain bike stuff, which I'm going to save for the rainy days. I've still got the rest of my Switzerland trip, and I've got my entire trip. I went to Austria, Switzerland and Italy, which I've still got to show you guys, but I feel like I've saturated the channel a little bit too much. While I've been doing the mountain bike stuff, I've actually neglected the trials bike a bit, which is a shame, but I'm back on it now. I'm straight off the back of 2 weeks straight doing shows at the Edinburgh Fringe. I literally had one day off yesterday, and now I'm back out on it. I'm actually really liking riding trials again. And I've actually changed a couple of things on the bike, which a couple of eagle-eyed people have noticed. So let me tell you a bit more about that. So the eagle-eyed among you will have noticed from literally the one clip that I'm running Shimano levers. Precisely, I'm running the new Shimano SLX levers. Now people have assumed I'm actually running the full Shimano brake setup, whereas actually I'm running the Shimano levers on Magura calipers, and it's the MT6 on the front as usual and the MT7 on the back. Now the reason being, I love to experiment. I think most people know that by now, and I actually really like Magura brakes. However, one thing I was finding was they are so powerful, yet they don't have much modulation, and I absolutely love stoppies, manuals, stuff like that. And I'm a bit guilty, I do use my back brake with manuals at times, and I was just finding the brakes are so powerful, as soon as I tapped the brake, that's it, front wheel came down, or if I was doing stoppies, I just found it really hard to modulate them. Now Shimano levers have a servo-wave system which actually ramps up the power, so when you first engage the lever, they're not as powerful as when you fully pull it. So I wondered if that would translate onto Magura brakes if I swapped the levers over. Now both brakes, Shimano and Magura, run mineral fluid, so there's no issue of any seals. And yeah, I just bought the levers, fitted them on, they fitted absolutely perfectly, no problems at all, bled up absolutely fine. And yeah, I've not actually ridden street on them yet, I've only done the shows, but first impressions are the modulation is definitely there. Now what I need to figure out is the power there as well? And that's today's plan. I'm going to go out, ride my bike, find some stuff and see how these brakes cope, and yeah, ride some trials and hopefully entertain you guys as well. So that's enough chat, I'll chat too much, let's get on with some riding. Ow, it's a good start. Okay, bit of a cut there. I am wearing different clothes because yesterday it was too hot for me. It was a crazy 21 degrees. I know, it sounds nuts. That doesn't sound warm at all, but it was a very humid 21 degrees. It felt more like 30 and I was really struggling. My vision was going funny. I was sweating buckets, and yeah, I decided to go home and I was going to come out later. And I did do that. except then the lock-on grips, which I've been running overhanging my bars a little bit just to try and feel what wider bars would be like, they snapped. My grips snapped, so yesterday's ride got cut short. So today's a new day, different clothes on. It is a perfect temperature today. My phone says it's 12 degrees, but it's not. It's definitely not 12 degrees. I hazard a guess it's about 18 today, and I'm gonna get back on it. So let's do some more stuff on these blocks. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so if you guys have seen my Instagram, you'll have known that previous line was one that I posted up there recently. Another one that I did recently was some kind of weird stoppy to G-turn or G-turn to stoppy thing here. I'm going to try and recreate that, although that did take me about 1 million attempts last time and I didn't even get what I wanted to get. So we'll see how this goes though. Fingers crossed I can actually get what I want to get. Pretty much what I wanted to get. It was a little bit jerky on the brake. I know I mentioned these brakes have got immense modulation, but it's almost like the more I ride it, the less modulation they seem to be getting. I don't know whether the pads are just bedding in more, but they've still got good modulation, just not quite as good as they were before. They're getting pretty grabby. I'm going to try and tidy that up a little bit, but I'll take that if I can. Take me so long to just try and polish it up, just try and get rid of just like 2% of imperfection. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to try some other stuff. I'm pretty sure I can make something work on that if I put enough attempts into it. Well, that was proper improvisation then. I've no idea what that was. I hope it looks good. I'll have to check the footage back and have a look, but I think that looks pretty, it felt pretty cool, so happy with that. Do any better than that one I just did. That's going to exhaust myself, so I'm going to move on. I've lived in Glasgow for over 6 years now, and I don't often ride this place, but I sometimes ride past it, and there's always been this archway here that I've wondered whether I could get over. Now, one of my rules is I don't like carrying my bike up into places. I generally only ride stuff if I can ride my bike to the obstacle. And yet this wall is too high and too narrow. I've never ever been able to ride up it. However, Glasgow City Council, as corrupt as they are, have actually gone and bought some bigger bins. I think that's just so there's fewer of them, but got bigger bins, and that actually could bridge the gap between the height of the wall. The only issue is this is still a really big hop, and it's onto a slippery bin, so I'm going to give it a try. I've shuffled it into a slightly better position, but I may have to break one of my other rules and find a little kicker, like a brick or something, maybe just to get up the first one. I'm such a hypocrite, I know. But even if I do get up the wall, there's no guaranteeing I can even get over that arch, but I at least want to go up, take a look. So let's do that. You know what, guys? I know myself. I know that's slightly over my limit. Time to get the cheetah brick out. This kicker should go there. Oh my god, it's so slippery. I hope you guys can see how sweaty I am. Definitely not 12 degrees. Okay, that's better. That's better. Now I've got this thing. Haha. To be fair, that's a victory just getting up the bin, so this will be a bonus. Oh man, if I was on a comp bike, yes, but with rock hard tyres and a big drop to the side, no, I'm not doing that. one for the future, but not today. On the plus side, had a bit of a battle with this bin. I did have to use a cheating kick, but even then it was still really hard. I'm glad to have even just got up the wall, so that's a win. Now I've just come up to Glasgow Caledonian University. That's a bit of a tongue twister, and we've got a couple of walls here. Now it's not the most exciting stuff in the world, but I've never got up that one before. I can get up this one with a bit of a kicker at the bottom, but I don't know. Today I'm feeling lucky. I at least want to try it. Today seems to be a day of trying stuff, so I'm going to see how long I can last here before getting kicked out, but hopefully I can land, or at least get up this, do something interesting on it before that happens. Let's do it. Nearly shoulder height, but I don't know. The pavement seems to lend itself to getting up this, so is this a pipe dream? Are my eyes bigger than my ability? Let's find out. Well, that surprised me. That'll do. Excellent. Oh, come on. You know what, everyone? I really want to get this in slow-mo, and I don't want to knock myself out, so I'm just going to switch to the GoPro, and fingers crossed I can get this to back wheel. Right, moving on. Come to this estate which I've not ridden for quite some time, and I never really noticed these steps and rails last time I was here. That actually reminds me of quite an old school thing I remember like Wayne Muhammad used to do in Keighley or somewhere near there. Oh, there's a cat in the window. Oh, hey cat. It reminds me of a line from, yeah, way back early 2000s, and just goes to show I'm no better than people went like back in 2001, 2002, but it's good fun. So I'm going to attempt to go back wheel across all these, and I'm confident I can do it. Okay, well I'm going to leave this video on a clip that I think is quite a cool one. I hope you enjoyed this video. Back out on the trials bike, eh? I know a lot of you have been wanting that, so hopefully you enjoyed it. I enjoyed actually making this video more than I have for a while, and yeah, I'm pretty excited and keen to be riding the trials bike again. And by the way, if you were on my Instagram, you'd have seen I have my cut down ESI grips, and actually they're proving to be really, really nice. I like riding without gloves. Rubber grips in this weather, I get really sweaty hands, are not so good. These have actually been really, really good. Also, at the beginning of the video, I mentioned the brakes, and yeah, I'm actually really, really impressed with them. The modulation is really good. It's still sharp, so you're not gonna mess up on gaps to front, stuff like that, but the power is also there as well. They seem to be a really cool combination. I'm sure Magura aren't gonna be stoked on this, but if they want an exclusive deal with me, they can pay me. Patreon viewers, I plan on doing some more tutorial stuff soon. I'm off to Germany actually. By the time you're watching this video, I'll be in Germany, and yeah, I want to do some tutorial stuff on the drop and roll rig, because yeah, big drops, up to backs, side ups, stuff like that would be perfect place for that, so keep an eye out. So if you're not on Patreon, get on there. I promise I'll do some more tutorials for you. But for now, thanks for joining me. Hope you have a brilliant week, and if you're going to the Caravan Salon in Dusseldorf or to Eurobike, I'm going to be there with Drop and Roll, so come and say hi. Be awesome to meet you. Anyway, take care everyone, have a good one. See you later, bye bye.